What's up, foodies? Thank you so much for all the love you guys give me. It really motivates me. So I really want to thank you for giving all the love, all the like, all the subscribe. Thank you so much for all that love. Now that we're getting into the Mother's Day weekend, I want to wish my mother happy Mother's Day and every single mom, every single woman out there, happy Mother's Day to all of you. For today's recipe, guys, what we're gonna do is I'm actually making a recipe that's a favorite recipe of my mom. This is going to be a tribute that I'm gonna do for my mom, as everything is done because of the lockdown. This is something I'm gonna do for my mom. This is how I'm gonna celebrate the Mother's Day. Comment below. Let me know how are you guys celebrating the Mother's Day. Let me know what you guys are doing for your mom. So for today's recipe, we're gonna make Dal Vada. Dal Vada is a Gujarati word for it, but pretty much what we're making is we're gonna make pakora out of mung dal. Normally, traditionally, when it's made, it's not a healthy recipe, but we're actually gonna make a healthy recipe as mung is full of fiber, has a lot of protein, a lot of good calories. Let's make the dal vada for you, or mung dal pakora for you. So for today's recipe, guys, since it's an unhealthy recipe and we are trying to make something healthy as well, so there are two things we're gonna do. We're definitely gonna make the traditional recipe, which is deep fried. So I have my pan and oil. This is what I'm gonna use for deep frying. I have already started the gas. It's a quick recipe. So while I'm grinding the dal for pakora, I'm gonna let my oil get warm. At the same time, for the healthy twist of it, what we're gonna do is I have an air fryer here. I'm gonna go ahead and get my air fryer started. We're gonna to get the healthy stuff. We're gonna air fry the pakora as well. I'm gonna start the air fryer. I'm gonna preheat it at 350. So I'm starting my air fryer at 350. Now while the air fryer is getting pre-warmed, for today's recipe, I have mung dal here. I'm using the mung dal that is with the peel. We haven't peeled it off. There are two different kind of mung dal that's out there. I'm using the one with the peel on it as well. I usually let it soak for 12 to 18 hours. I have already pre-soaked the dals. Please make sure that when you are trying to make the pakora at home, please go ahead and pre-soak it. So all I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grind the dal. And guys, when we are grinding the dal, we're gonna make sure that we don't fine grind it. For this recipe, we're gonna let it. We're only gonna grind it halfway through. We're not gonna fine grind the dal. Okay, guys. So I have grated the dal. This is the texture that you guys want to keep for the dal. You don't want to finely grind it or grate it, just because when you finely grate it, it's not gonna give the texture to make the the pakora crispy. Now for this recipe, it's very simple. I'm adding some fresh garlic paste. At the same time, I'm gonna go ahead and add some fresh ginger paste to it as well. I'm adding some freshly chopped chilies. I actually fine grinded the chili as well, so freshly grinded chilies. Add it to your taste. Same thing with the salt as well. I usually like very spicy food, so I add quite a lot of chilies to it. You don't have to if you don't want to. We're gonna fry some chili with it anyways, so you don't have to worry about making the batter very spicy. Okay, guys, so I mixed everything very well. Now I have two separate batters that's made. I have one that we just made, and I have one pre-made. Since we're trying to also make it healthy as well, what we're gonna do is first we're gonna go ahead and put our vada into the air fryer. As air fryer, it takes a little bit longer to get cooked. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my first batch with air fryer. So all we do is make a good round ball, and all we're gonna do is just put the ball right in there. When you're making it in air fryer, make sure you don't put too much water into it. Otherwise, it would just go through for you and it won't cook well. You won't be able to retain the shape of it. So I'm gonna start with Alright, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and close this and let it cook for 15 minutes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start flipping them after it hits the halfway mark. My oil is also ready, so we're going to go ahead and start making vada the traditional way. So all you do is you take a little bit of batter and you just go ahead and put that into the pan. You want to make sure that you be careful with it. The oil is going to be super hot. I don't want anyone to get burned. If you can't use your hand, you can definitely go ahead and use a spoon to make the vada as well. Okay guys, so what we need to make sure is we cook the vada on both sides when we're frying them. So when it gets to like brownish color, just go ahead and flip them around and let it cook from the other side. I have already flipped most of mine. I'm just flipping the remaining of it. It's a very quick recipe. Good food, healthy food. You should be able to make it in no more than 10 minutes. So guys, our vadas are done. We're gonna go ahead and take them out. We want to make sure they're like golden brown like that. We don't want to overcook it, otherwise they're gonna start becoming black, and then it's gonna start tasting burnt. So all we do is just let it fry golden brown, and we just take them out of the pan. Now I'm not gonna bore you guys with remaining of the vadas, but there is one more thing I do want to show you. So when in Gujarat, when we eat dal vada, usually it's in a colder season. So people like to eat it either colder season or when it's raining. So people like to eat it very spicy. So what it's served with? It's usually served with some green chilies. So I'm gonna go ahead and fry some green chilies as well. And again, you want to make sure that you don't burn the chili so it doesn't lose the taste of it. So it's very simple, few seconds and your chilies are fried. All you do after that is just add some salt to it and you're gonna be good to go. Alright guys, so the vada that we had in air fryer, it's almost done too. I did flip it once in the middle, but we're actually done with the air fryer vadas as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take them out. So our vadas are done as well. Air fried one, so the one on the right hand side to my right hand side, those are the air fried. So these are the air fried vada, these are the deep fried vada. They look exactly alike. Healthier version for dal vada, healthier version for mung dal vada. For everyone that's a health freak, all my followers that's health freak, who says that you cannot still enjoy the chatpata food without having a good health to it? Alright guys, so my dish is ready. The way you're gonna eat is you're gonna have some onions, some deep fried chilies, the healthy version of the vada, deep fried version of the vada. You're gonna eat that with some imli chutney. You can eat it with spicy chutney if you want to. Traditionally, it's eaten with the imli chutney. It has a good taste to it. It complements the vada flavor to it. So again, thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate you guys subscribing, liking the video, sharing the video. It really gives me a lot of motivation. Thank you so much for all the love. And one more time, happy Mother's Day to all the women out there. And happy Mother's Day to my mom. Mom, this is the vada that I made for you. My gift to you in quarantine. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Thank you so much. Food is ready. Not waiting on you. I'll see you next week.